Is it possible for women to even really be themselves in this world? Is it possible for us to even exist in this world without having our very nature misjudged and used against us? Is it possible for us to live in a world that is created by men for men, the systems in place, the institutions, the way modern society is set up, the 40-hour work weeks, and the expectation to be the same way all the time, as if we don't have feelings and hormones and things that fluctuate month by month? Like, is it possible for us to have our feelings and to express them without them being misjudged as ungratefulness or having a bad mindset or being in a low vibration just because we're experiencing frustration or anger? Somehow that makes us problematic or that we need to change by a lot of these like spiritual men out here who really aren't doing as much as the work as they think they are, because they're still operating from an individualist ego that basically tells them they have to do everything themselves. So they're not really as healed as they think they are, and they're out here telling you how to be a woman even though you are the spiritual, divine, intuitive being that you are, and they're telling you how to be healed even though they don't know the first thing about being healed. If God wanted it to just be man or just be woman, it would be. Everybody has their role. Everyone has a purpose, a role to fulfill, so to speak. And I just feel like I'm sick and tired because men do not trust women. They don't trust that women have anything of value to say or anything that they can teach them. And women do not trust men. They don't think that they're gonna lead them. I've been through that shit. Like, I've been like struggling with the desire to let go as a woman and just let a man lead. But the simple fact is, when he has not worked on himself, where is he really leading us to? Where is he really leading us if he doesn't even know where he's going, or isn't even sure like that he's in control or that he's tapped in to the right kind of frequencies? Do I really want to be putting all my trust and faith in him? And it's hard. Like, it's really hard because a lot of women are saying that they don't want to be out here hustling 9 to 5s, 40-hour week. Feminism is cool and all, but like, I don't want that life. I'm all for it. Like, if you want to live that life, go for it, girl. That's not what I want. I do not want to be out here the main breadwinner of my family, hustling, busting my ass out here doing shit and doing it all by myself. That's not what I want. I do not want to be able to say I did it all by myself, for myself, because that sounds like a lonely ass fucking life, if you ask me. It sounds like a life of gaslighting myself and my own emotions, never taking a day off, lying about how I feel simply to make good on the commitments that I previously signed up for, and not being able to change my mind in the moment when I don't feel like doing something. That's like something that women really need, is the ability to say no. I feel so much better when I'm able to say no, when I'm actually listening to my intuition, when I'm actually following that I don't feel right about something, and I let my higher self tell me like, no, like, just listen to your gut, don't do this, it doesn't feel right, as opposed to overriding it with logic that says do it because the money, do it because this, do it because you said you would, do it because you don't want to disappoint other people, do it because what are they going to think of you if you don't, all those other superficial reasons why we do things. And it's just really unfortunate because I just want to be myself. Like, I just want to exist. Like, I know that it's hard. I know that there's shit going on, that we can't trust each other, and that there's bullshit, people are cheating. Like, I know that there's shit going on, but like, we cannot fucking do this. We cannot fucking do everything by ourselves. And men are burning themselves out because they're trying to do everything by themselves. Women are burning themselves out because they're trying to do everything by themselves. If you got to be in a polyamorous relationship, or you want to live on a commune and have a bunch of people helping you, if you want to do like a intentional co-housing community type of thing, like, that could work. But like, you cannot do everything by yourself. You're not meant to be alone. Man is not meant to be alone. That's literally why God created Eve for Adam, or if you even believe in that story. Like, that's the whole point, that there is more than one of us here, is because we're supposed to be working together. It doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship. It doesn't mean if you're gay you have to have a man. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that like you have to have a man. What I'm saying is we're supposed to be working together, not fucking arguing with each other about like who's better and whose fault it is, because all that shit is a victim mentality and it's not going to help us get anywhere in society. I am not a man, so I can't control what men do, but I can control myself, and I can like make a decision about who I'm going to be in this world, and I'm going to work on myself, make sure that I'm not projecting or that I'm causing problems in a relationship with anybody, but I'm also going to be myself 100%, because that's the biggest thing, is when women try to accommodate a man who is not healed by like lying about who she is and how she feels, that leads to so many fucking problems, because if you are just yourself and you held to that and you make a decision that you're not going to fold no matter what, things are just very different, because the man that you end up with is going to understand what is required of him to be with you. But when you lie and you wear a full face of makeup and you don't take it off even when you're in bed with him, you set yourself up for failure, because he don't even really know who he's with or who you are. You know, it's really important that you be yourself, that you be honest about what you need as a woman, what you need to be successful, what you need to be functioning in your optimal performance. You will feel so much better when you admit to yourself what you need and what works for you and what you want. And that's different for everybody. For me, I need time to think and process. And I can't fucking just like be on 10 all the time. I can't fucking work a 40-hour work week because I don't know how I'm gonna fucking feel tomorrow. Like, that's just me. Like, I can't do that shit. And I don't intend to set my life up in such a way that requires me to live like that forever. I might do it for a time because like I have to like hustle, grind, make some money like for a short period time. That schedule is just like too fucking much, and it does not fucking work for me. And not just because I'm a woman, because I'm autistic. Like, I process things differently. It takes me time to move on, and I never really get that time to process, because by the time like you get some time to yourself, it's time to get back on the wagon and go back to work on Monday. And it's too fucking much. Like, I'm tired of this, and it's not just too much for me, it's too much for lots of people. And I don't judge anybody who's got a 9 to 5. If you got a 9 to 5 and you're happy, good for fucking you. I'm so proud of you. I don't know how you're doing it. Like, congratulations. I've been working part-time for the last 3 years. I still live at home with my parents, and I don't fucking feel bad about it, because I'm a fucking woman. I don't feel bad about it, because this is what I have felt that I need in order to be successful in this world. If you're a different woman, if you have a different mindset, good for you. I'm happy for you. But that's not me, and it will never be me, and I do not feel bad about it at all. And I do not feel like I need to press myself out to be like somebody or be something that I'm not, because in the long term, what that's really going to do is hurt me and alienate me from myself. And I've spent enough time self-abandoning, and I don't feel like doing it anymore. Can a woman really be herself in this world? Can I really have a breakdown, an emotional breakdown in front of a man, and have him fully hold space for me? Have any of you guys ever experienced that? Because I have not. How does that feel to be able to like literally break down in front of your man and have him ask you, what do you need? Do you need me to, be a shoulder to cry on? Do you want me to help you get through this? Like, give you advice? Or do you just need me to listen? Like, have you ever really experienced that? Not just from men, but anyone. I don't think anyone has ever really done that. Apart from like watching sitcoms on ABC Family, I have never actually seen a real life person hold space like that, or communicate effectively, or rupture and repair. I've never fucking seen it. So if you guys are experiencing this, please drop a link in the comments to some type of webinar or something I can go watch and learn how to fix my life, because I don't experience this type of shit, and a lot of people don't. A lot of women do not know what it even feels like to have someone who can hold space. Like, when you're having a fucking breakdown on your period and you're just going through it, and you don't have to hide that shit from your man, that must be nice. That must be really fucking nice. I cannot even fathom what that feels like, to have someone understand that that's not you, that's how you feel, and just fucking be there for me. I've never fucking experienced that shit. I don't know where y'all are finding the men that can do that. Like, I don't know. Like, and I also think it has to do with us and how we're showing up. Like, I understand, like, all that. I just think it's funny. Like, it would be nice to live in a world where men just understood that it wasn't about them, where men and women actually had conversations with each other, instead of like only getting advice from their own friends about situations that nobody has any real experience in, and everyone's just talking from like a place of hurt. Everyone is just talking from a wound that's never really been healed or dealt with, or even really acknowledged. And so everyone is just talking out of their ass and sharing opinions based on like no facts or any research or any real life conversations with the other side. And I think that's really unfortunate, All I can share is what I've witnessed and what I've experienced. And the breakthroughs that I have are based on like my life and what I know I need for my life. I can't tell anyone else how to live their life, and I can't tell anyone like how it is to be a man, because I'm not one. All I know is they're not evil. Nobody is evil out here. Nobody is like, there are evil people. I'm not saying there aren't bad people out here, but the worst of the worst people are not even themselves identifying as bad. They're out here saying like that they've been hurt and what they're doing is justified. Like, everyone thinks what they're doing is justified. If society has warped people and distorted people to this extent, it can be undone. Anything can be undone. We can fix any problem, but we just have to commit to that. We have to make a decision that that's what we want. Yeah, I mean, I just want to exist. Every woman is like multiple people. Like, she has multiple identities, multiple personalities, multiple ways of expressing herself. Honestly, everybody does. And I feel like the way we solve this is by like loving ourselves, because if men really acknowledged and accepted that part of themselves that is like us, then they would acknowledge and accept us exactly as we are without judgment or condemnation.